So we have finally made it to Scotland. I say that with a big smile on my face. We are just on the edge of the Galloway Forest at Loch Ken. As you can see, it is beautiful. But I've got to start finishing the van off. The first thing I'm going to do is sort out the solar. So I kind of temporarily did a little bodge, which I'll probably get screamed at. That's fine. It was only really to test what was wrong with the MPPT charger, and basically is this part. You can obviously see that is the bad part. That's not the right size cable. But what I was finding is without this in, I wouldn't get any solar. It wouldn't go to the battery. Yeah, that'll do. The reason I'm putting in this cut-off switch is I've got a kill switch down here, which you can't see. Yeah, kill switch here, which I won't do now because Rachel's working. I can cut that off and it will completely cut off anything that is even remotely powering anything in here. However, because this is still hooked up to this, which is obviously the fuse board to everything, if we've got solar coming in, the solar basically just feeds this. And that's the idea of it, that I don't really understand the feature, to be honest with you. I'd rather the solar just feed the battery and then I take everything from the battery. But no, I had to have this in. So yeah, this is just going to be another cut-off switch, so if we go out for a few hours, everything's cut off. So that's the house, that's the leisure battery, that's the solar. As soon as you take the house away, it just reads your battery as flat. And I don't get it. Let me know in the comments, alright? Because I can change this afterwards if I have done it wrong. Man, these are shit. I got these lugs from Screwfix. It's the first time I've actually got them from Screwfix. So usually with lugs, I have a tiny little flange on the end. So when you're going over all of these cables, it kind of guides like the rogue little strands, do you know what I mean, that have gone off, and it will kind of like bring them all back together and put them on. That's fucking shit. Oh, thank fuck we're putting some heat shrink over that. Alright, next one. Right, so I put all my lugs on, and now I'm just going to put some heat shrink. Take that off him now. What do you mean no? Okay, just chew the tail. Leave the squeaker alone. Get a puppy, they said. Right, just going to put some heat shrink around it now, which is always a good practice, and invest. Right, this is actually a knockoff brand, but works brilliantly. It does have a few adapters like this one, but it also has one where it kind of like makes a plate, so when you're trying to heat these up, you sort of put it in there and it will get around the back and everything, but I can't seem to find it. I'm sure I did put it in the van, but hey ho, let's just do this. Beautiful. This is definitely not a how-to guide, because everything is still live. Just so you know, I'm just going to cut the power. I think that's it. Cables could have maybe been a little bit shorter, but overall I'm pretty happy. So can't wait any longer. The puppies need a walk. It's a little bit drizzly. It's all good. And this is our lovely little park up.
Oh, there's a good smell, isn't there?
Freedom!
Hi. With me?
So it's just me and Odin now. Because Heimdall's only a puppy, he can only do about 15-20 minutes walks. So yeah, Rachel's now headed back and it's just me and Odin. But I think we're going to get wet. Might be regretting this decision. So apparently this is a path according to the OS maps. I am 100% going to regret this. Let's go! Incoming! Oh shit! Not impressed. What am I going to do? Oh, fucking hell. Somewhere down there, there's a husky. No. Fucking Christmas tree. I'm exhausted. Hang on, mate. Let me check the map. This is when I'm not even on the path. Right. I know it's a forestry pathway, so they could have just dragged logs down here. They definitely dragged logs down here. It's turned into a stream. Not good. Oh, bollocks. Committed now. Okay. Oh, I'm regretting this now. This is not ideal. I didn't think this was going to be much of a video, just going on a dog walk. It is now. I don't know what I'm standing on, but I'm grateful for it. What do you reckon, Rhodes? Keep going? In for a penny? Oh, fucking hell, look at his paws. How am I going to get across this? I just love the way my dog doesn't give a shit about me. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? Ain't that bad. Nope. Yes. Go on. Ah, legs. Ow, fuck. That's prickly. I just heard people. There's a lovely little stream down there. We made it out alive. And there's that lovely stream. Right. Back home. Nice coffee. And relax. I will just give a little shout out to Vivo's bare feet shoes, because my feet are bone dry. and they were fully in the mud. Come on mate, what are you doing? Odin, let's go. And there is home. Where are you going?
Made me jump.
Sorry.
I couldn't get the back door open, so the poop is just underneath the back of the van.
Thanks. Sorry if you can hear the wind, but we've got a relatively dry day today, so I want to do an outside job. And down here it's got like a little reverse camera. Got my CCTV up there, which helps me see out the back obviously, but a little one down here also really helps, but it's not working. And I think I know what it is. It's just me being shit. I obviously didn't do a proper good job, and I didn't have the proper connectors for the cables. So I think just a little bit of water's got in there, and it's probably just corroded the cables a little bit. That's embarrassing, but I'll show you. I wonder why it's not working. Yeah, let's take all of this off and proper investigate. I have used like heat shrink and everything around it, but I'll show you the connectors that I use on all of my electrical stuff now. And probably get a massive gust of wind as I open this up, but it's these little bad boys. You can see obviously I've used quite a lot now, but yeah, these are fantastic, and it's just a proper job. So got my heat gun, there you go, got my heat gun, got some more heat shrink, and I can feel rain. So in all fairness to me, I did heat shrink all around it, but you can see there is some water there. Dirt has got all the way in, probably got all the way into there. Don't know what to do as like a proper solution really, because all I was going to do is use those proper connectors and then heat shrink it again just like this, but really it needs to be enclosed in something. A few little red flags. I think everything's okay with the power, which was this. I think that's all fine, there's no rust on any of these connections, so I'll put them back together and heat shrink back around that. One of the red flags was this one, and this was just where I used the old crimpers, so I've just completely separated those, and I'll do a proper sealed joint on that one. Now in the past, this is like my second camera that I've had on here, and obviously this is the cable that runs all the way to the head unit, and I didn't want to replace the whole line, so I basically snipped it off and just put a new one on, because I think this one was damaged. I think it was dragging across the floor when it separated at one point and just annihilated it. So I bought a load of these and just welded a new one on. But I don't know if you can see it on the camera, it looks like they've slightly overheated at some point. So I think I'll cut these off again and use the proper connectors, because even though I've heat shrinked underneath there, I don't know what connector I've used, but we can make that better, that's not a problem. I think I should have enough slack on it to redo those connections. So yeah, a few things where I feel like it could have gone wrong, so I think I'll just redo all of those, go back into the cab and just switch it on and see if that's done it. If that hasn't done it, then the only thing I can think of is the signal cable, which goes to my reverse light. So obviously when I put it in reverse, it sends a signal to this to switch on, and then it will work. So if this was okay before, but I'll redo it. If not, I'll have a look at that. And the sun's come out. That's a win. Right. Cables. So, how do you want to do this, Cam? I reckon I'm going to have to do all three at once. This could work. This isn't fiddly at all. Alright, I think that's the badger. Let's go for it. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Sweet! And let's just pop this over all three of them now. Just for a little extra bit of protection. So, we're nearly done, but I don't have any slack on this cable anymore. So I'm going to have to heat shrink it from here. Let's go and see if we've done it. Right, not worked. Let's go and check that reverse signal. So where does that single cable go? Where do you go? Who is your leader? We have another joint box. Well, joint connection here. Okay, well, I was still cutting that off of there, and this has just fallen on the floor. The connectors are still in there, but it's I think we might have found the solution, people. That should not happen. Oopsies. So I'm quite tempted to go inside now and just test it, but at the same time I'm just looking at this like, do I just sort this out now? Or am I opening another can of worms? Got to think about that, haven't you? This was only meant to be, I think I allowed like half an hour for this job, and then I was going to go out on my bike. Let's go and try it. Okay. Let's try this again. Hello again. Okay, I didn't record it, but I have just redone the connections in here. I will show you. It was these old connections that were in there. To be honest, I didn't see any sort of major signs that it would cause an interference for the camera not to turn on, but you never know. So let's go inside and see if it's made a difference. Third time's a charm. You bastard. Okay, so the other thing is to look behind the head unit, but I really don't think it's going to be that. The other thing was those 3 little cables. Now, I didn't have a lot of length on them, and I cut them back to where I was happy. But yeah, they are the video cables, so that would be a telltale sign that it's not sending the signal to the head unit. Okay, so I think I've got one more solution. Now, before we left on this trip, I packed every sort of spare part we might need on the road. And one of those ones was the video cable for the other reverse camera that I had. So what I'm hoping is maybe I can use this, cut it off again, but give ourselves some more slack on it, and hopefully I can cut back again the other side till the cables are of decent quality. Let's undo all the work that we've been doing this morning. I don't think I'm going to get out of my bike today. Nope. I'm not having much luck with electrics today. The camera stressed me out a little bit. Just gonna go take the electric bike out. Won't even turn on. Got power from the battery. But absolutely nothing on here. No throttle. Obviously it's just been sitting on the back of the van for a while, so I think I'll have a look at these first. Okay, so I think it's a simple fix. I think these just came disconnected, but while I've got it like this, I wanted to get rid of this crap because it's absolutely shit, and I'm just gonna replace it with nicely tight electrical cables because I can't be dealing with all this fraying ends, and yeah. So cut this off, grab the black electrical tape, and hopefully we shouldn't have this problem in the future. The reason I've got these on here and not the soldered connections is purely because if I ever have to work on it or add something in, I can do in the future. God, this stuff's horrible. There we go. Let's go and put this in the bin. Things that I did change on the bike is I got rid of the metal mud guards. They were just rattling far too much, so it sounds a lot nicer. Alright, let's go for it. Brakes are still a little bit shit. I think I've still got to tighten those up and adjust them. Oh no. Oh, well that was short-lived. Oh, you bastards. Just one of those days, I think, just go and put everything back and give up for the rest of the day, Cam. There is no point trying to do things that you want to do when the universe is not letting you. So I'm going to push us back to the van now. Fuck's sake. Right, that's not just flat, that's flat, isn't it? Thing is, it was a really big pop. Now I'm thinking there's the tyre actually exploded. I really hope not. I love Mondays. I don't even have a job anymore, and Mondays are still hard. Ah, well. Yes. I kind of like how rough it looks.
I think it kind of adds to it.
Give it a bit of a clean.
It's very accurate for after you've been in there.
Yep. I've had that for 3 years and it's just been sitting in the dash. I finally got to put it on. How much do you hate it?
6 out of 10.